Have you heard about the latest mega lawsuit here in the United States between billion-dollar company Disney and Universal teaming up against the company Midjourney, a generative AI image generation company? Well, I'm Alex Mead, and this is the AI Report, and we're going to get into that today. So, Disney and Universal have teamed up to sue Midjourney for copyright infringement. So Disney and Universal are claiming that Midjourney produces, upon various prompting techniques that are totally reasonable within the usage of their product, reproduces images like Darth Vader or the Minions with too much kind of copyright infringement. While there are some exceptions in copyright infringement that allow for kind of expansion of the actual content for certain kind of parody or kind of extending the abilities, Disney and Universal are claiming this is not within those exceptions, and they want payment and they want Midjourney to stop doing that. Okay? Now you might say, hey, Midjourney, what's going on there? This is just some small startup. Not so much anymore. Last year they had over $300 million in revenue, so that's a real company. So now it really is starting to get to the big juggernauts, if you will, fighting it out. Now, why does this matter? You might say, Alex, this has no bearing on my life. Two giant corporations, I don't really care. It actually matters quite a bit, because what's happening with these types of lawsuits is these corporations are trying to get what's called precedent, which is a binding legal case that then other courts will look to and say, well, what happened in the Disney Universal Midjourney lawsuit? And you might say, okay, well, should we really care what these big corporations have in terms of what they own and how the court system fights out, okay? Well, it actually matters because in a society, we want to try to strike a balance, right? We want to strike a balance of protecting people's rights, but at the same time, we don't want to have things be too restrictive where then society ends up suffering as a whole if it's too restrictive. So what's really at stake in this lawsuit is kind of the moving forward precedent generation of what is copyright when it comes to AI, and potentially all the implications of how AI gets used in image generation. And again, you might say this isn't that important to me, but there's a lot of ways that this could affect you in kind of second and third order effects that maybe you're not so worried about. Or maybe you are really worried about that. Why don't you drop down in the comments below what you're most excited or most worried about when it comes to court precedents with AI tools and AI generative abilities. My name is Alex Mead. This is the AI Report. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.